Done, do, done low is a new term being used by YouTube marketers and video SEO experts. But what does it actually mean in English? Well, by now I've watched about 50 explanations in different languages and tested the phrase done, do, done low on a dummy channel I set up. So here's a breakdown of what I think it means in English and the impact it will have on your channel if you opt to use it. If you're like me, it's likely you stumbled across this phrase completely by accident. For me, I launched a new video on a small channel and within 5 minutes, I had a comment saying, done, do, done low. Because I'm the inquisitive type, I then spent the next 2 hours trying to work out what that blimmin' thing meant. Even Google didn't know the answer. And let's get real for a second here. When was the last time Google couldn't tell you exactly what you needed to know? So after 2+ hours of trying to work this thing out, I gave up. I'd watched loads of foreign speaking videos, but still wasn't any clearer on what it actually meant. Now, by this time, I had heard other key terms and phrases that I do know about. So I thought I had a pretty good idea where it was headed, but I still couldn't find an English explanation. So let's address that elephant in the room. What does done, do, done low actually mean in English? I believe done, do means get it done, and done low means with low resistance or done easily. So my unofficial translation of this phrase is get it done easily. But in isolation, that doesn't really make much sense, which is actually the intent. Because if the term done, do, done low is directly associated with other terms, such as sub for sub, then it loses its impact faster. But guess what? I've come to the conclusion that it actually means the same thing. So when you see a YouTube comment appear on your channel saying done, do, done low, it will be from someone that wants to bring you into their promotional network, which basically means if you sub me, I will sub you, we'll get this job done together, and it will be easy. It's almost like an evolution of the sub for sub comments that are not so common anymore, but still appear from time to time. And anyone that isn't aware of what sub for sub actually means, then in the early days of YouTube, you could grow a YouTube channel simply by asking people to subscribe to your channel. There were no other YouTube metrics or ways of measuring the analytics. So people went around forums commenting on YouTube saying sub for sub, which meant if you subscribe to me, then I'll subscribe to you. And at that time, the more subscribers you had, the more views and traction your videos would get. But that was a long time ago now. Fast forward to today, and those tactics are incredibly unhelpful for your channel. And in just a few moments, I'll explain the details and reasons why. But it's frowned upon by almost every reputable YouTube channel manager or video growth strategist. It isn't something you should be doing on your channel at all. So what is the impact of using done, do, done low on your channel? Well, my test showed that it did grow my subscribers. I posted one video to a new channel. It got about 20 organic views. Then I went around spamming done, do, done low comments, and it gained about 50 subscribers in a couple of weeks. But interesting fact, the video wasn't viewed anymore. I was gaining subscribers to my channel, but no views on my video. On the face of it, it might not sound that bad, right? Well, if you're looking at the raw subscriber counter and that's all you're interested in, then yeah, it works. However, there is a massive issue here, so please do pay attention to this bit. If you want to grow a YouTube channel with an audience that interacts with you and watches your videos, or if you want to bring traffic and leads into your business via YouTube, then steer well clear of done, do, done low and sub for sub schemes. The reason I say this is because when someone subscribes to your channel, it's an indicator to YouTube to say, this person likes your content. But we both know, and my small test demonstrates, that people using these methods have no interest in your video or your channel. They simply want to gain the subscriber for themselves. so it becomes a false indicator to YouTube. By that, I mean the person that subscribed doesn't like your videos and they're not going to watch your content in the future. But YouTube doesn't know that. They think that person is genuinely interested in your channel because they're subscribed. And you may or may not know that YouTube keep a profile on every single user. They're going to use what they know and start showing your video to people similar to the ones that have subscribed to your channel. But in this case, as the subscriber is not genuinely interested in your content, YouTube will present your videos to completely the wrong audience. If you do keep doing this dodgy technique, you'll end up growing a channel that doesn't get views, has no active audience, and when you release a new video, it gets pushed to completely the wrong type of person. It's a recipe for disaster and is only going to get harder to correct over time. I strongly recommend you avoid it like the plague. I do hope that has helped clarify what done do done low means in English, and I hope I've done enough to help you avoid going down that path. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them for you. Now, just before you go, click or tap on the video on your screen right now and it will help you with your YouTube channel's growth. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.